Okay guys, alright guys, Steve here. Kind of an interesting one. I'm going to do a quick discussion about USB mics. I own two. I own a, let's see, the Rode NT USB, which is what this one's called, direct condenser microphone, and I own the Blue Yeti. Like both of them, they both have their unique qualities, and I'm going to lose the glasses because all I see is the light bouncing back in. So, I hope you heard that in the background. That was one of my dogs complaining I'm not paying attention to him. Probably the nice thing about this Rode mic is build quality. It's a tremendous microphone. It's all metal bodied. They say it's the same as the NT1 on the inside, which I believe. It's definitely a polar pattern, you know, that comes around, and it, you know, if you were to talk to this mic and come to the side, you'd drop off, you'd be almost silent here. It's a great mic for doing voiceovers. It's a great mic for, you know, doing YouTube. It's a great mic for doing podcasts. You know, comes with a nice little stand. The things I don't like about it is the stand. It's kind of chintzy for one, but it has no sound dampening at all. I mean, if I drum on my desk, you're going to hear drumming on my desk. If I type on the keyboard, you're going to hear the keyboard. So yeah, that's that. You know, in a nutshell, it really needs to go on a boom arm, you know, a scissors arm, something to, you know, isolate it, and then you're going to be pretty pleased with it. It's got great sound. It has not so much, you know, it doesn't really hit the lows of the bass, but you know, the top end is great. And if you bring the, you know, the mic really close to you like this, you're going to start getting that radio voice. So for right now, you know, as of today, it's about $175 online, and it lacks a couple of things. And I didn't mention one of the things it does have. It has a great headphone jack, so you can listen to yourself. You can hear the mics, and you can hear how it's coming back from the computer or from the monitors. There's two dials. What it lacks is a gain dial. I don't understand that. You know, for a mic in this range of price, you kind of expect it. I mean, it just makes your recording, you know, your ability to record easier. These mics are designed not to run through interfaces. They're designed as a USB mic to run right into your computer. That's the benefit of them. So not having a gain control is kind of a, you know, question mark for me. And you know, you can make up for it if you've got a Mac, you've got GarageBand, or if you've got a PC, you know, you've got Audacity. And they're great software programs that are free, and you can go clean things up. You can, you know, you can put effects in, you can compress, you can normalize, and all that fun. So I guess what I'm getting at is the concept is with the USB style mic is you don't need the interface. You don't need the preamps because it's a condenser mic. Power is provided from the 5 volts from your USB port from your computer. One of the nice features of this is it has about a 20-foot cord. And what's nice about that? Well, you know, sometimes your desktops, your towers have noisy fans. You have other, you know, you might not have a treated area for where you're recording. And you can literally go to another room and do your voiceover with this thing. It's pretty nice. You can get away from all the low-level noises. That said, you know, in Audacity, you can get rid of that stuff, you know, and clean it up in post. So, USB mic, great thing. So the other thing I wanted to show today, and I guess I gotta pop this baby off. This is about the same money, and this is a H4N Zoom Pro model. And I've got to turn it on, I guess, if I want to do anything with it today. And it's about the same money. I mean, you know, we're within dollars. But this microphone recorder interface does a lot more for you, more bang for your buck, basically. So you have 120 degree dialable condensers on the top. So you got dual mics, and you also have the ability to run XLR mics into the bottom, 2 of them. And all 3 can work together. So you can literally have 3 recordings going on at once. So if you had 3 people that were joining you in a podcast, this one unit handles it all. It is not a USB mic. It's a whole different animal. And it is not limited to just condenser microphones. It does carry phantom power. I think it's both 24 and 48 volt. So you can power up your condenser mics from the unit, not have to have them plugged into an outside source. And it has pretty decent preamps in it if you're running a dynamic style or ribbon style microphone. And to me, it's very versatile. You know, I can literally carry this. I have a pouch for it. It hooks on the back of my belt. And I can be running, for example, XLR input into it, like this, and also just have a lavalier on. Or I can plug it into a studio Rode Procaster that I own, and you know, do voiceovers with that. You're not so limited as you are with the single-use USB. So I'm going to do a couple of quick recordings with both of them. You know, we're just going to compare the condenser mics. We're not going to do anything fancy with all the other inputs that are available with this thing. We're going to do apples to apples, or apples to oranges, I guess in this case. We're going to take the Rode USB, which, you know, one of my favorites, because it's one of the condenser mics that's very portable. You can take this thing on the road with you. I have 4 different Rodes. I only have the one Zoom. I'm looking to go and upgrade this pretty soon. But what I wanted to do was just say, you know, we're recording with a shotgun mic. We're going to record, and you know, that's what you're hearing now. But we're going to do a separate individual recording with the Rode, set up to the same standards that I can dial into this Zoom H4N Pro. So what I'll do is I'll go into Audacity, and I'll set the Rode up, and I'll make a recording, and I'll match the recording for, you know, gain, and whatever I have to do with the Rode. I doubt that I'm going to have to normalize it. I doubt that I'm going to have to compress it. But whatever I do to the one, I'll do to the other. And you get to decide. You can listen to mic for mic. I mean, I'm not selling this right now as a versatility thing so much as I'm going to say, look, this is a condenser mic and this is a condenser mic. And you can listen in and make up your mind where you want to spend your dollars. This one, it is what it is. You get what you get. This one's a little more future-proof in that you're going to take this with you wherever you go in your journey. You might change mics, you might change formats, you might say, hey, I don't want condensers anymore, I want dynamic mics. When you decide you don't want condensers anymore, or they're not interested to you, that goes bye-bye. This stays with you. You're going to say, well, hey, you know what? Now I've got the mic part down, and I know what I like, and I know how to set it up and how to record with it. I need to buy an interface. Guess what? That's an interface. Is it the best interface? No, but is it going to get you there? Yes. and you'll learn your lessons along the way, and you'll decide what the next step is. But you're not limited, with the Rode NT USB. You're future-proof with this to a certain extent. It's going to take you a next couple of steps. Okay, I'm going to come back and we're going to do a recording with the Rode, and then we're going to do the exact same kind of recording, same distances, same basic wording, and you can compare the two audios and listen in and decide what your choice is. I'm not trying to influence you. I know if you're only interested in doing podcasts, boy, that's the mic. That Rode is the mic. For the dollar, I don't see any problems with it. It's all the bang for the buck you need. It's going to carry you through your journey into podcasting or voiceovers. But if you're going to go out into the field and carry your mics with you, and you're going to be outside, or you're going to be on a carnival wheel for that matter, this is probably the better choice. Okay, so it's all about sound quality in the next step, and we'll go from there. I'll be right back. Alrighty guys, so I am set up. I'm looking at my computer and I'm seeing that I'm all good to go to record with Audacity, and everything is up and running right now on the Zoom. So I'm going to turn Audacity on. I'm going to turn the Zoom on. 1, 2, 3, and I would say I could sync that in post. And so here we go. A couple of simple ones. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? And we can go with she sells seashells by the seashore. So there's your plosives, your P's. And again, these two mics are at 45 degrees. I'm speaking about 3 inches away from each one, maybe 4. And then there's the S's. So, you worry about S's and P's and B's, being the problem with most condensed microphones. They kind of explode. And I'm looking across at my Audacity program, and I don't see that with the Rode. Rode seems to be doing pretty good, and I don't have a monitor currently on the Zoom H4N. So, all right, so that's the test, and I'm going to go over and show you the results. You listen to them, and then you decide, and then I'll be back to end the video. 1, 2, 3, and I would say I could sync that in post. And so here we go. A couple of simple ones. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? And we can go with she sells seashells by the seashore. So there's your plosives, your P's. And again, these two mics are at 45 degrees. I'm speaking about 3 inches away from each one, maybe 4. And then there's the S's. So, you worry about S's and P's and B's, being the problem with most condensed microphones. They kind of explode. 1, 2, 3. And I would say I could sync that in post. And so here we go. A couple of simple ones. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, how many peppers did Peter Piper pick? And we can go with she sells seashells by the seashore. So there's your plosives, your P's. And again, these two mics are at 45 degrees. I'm speaking about 3 inches away from each one, maybe 4. And then there's the S's. So, you worry about S's and P's and B's, being the problem with most condensed microphones. They kind of explode. Okay guys, so, proof's in the pudding. You've heard it. You'll make your own decisions. And we're now back on, the shotgun mic, and so these two babies are off. But you've heard it. I think it gives you a little bit of food for thought, something to chew on. You know, it's about your path, where you're headed, what you're doing. If what you're doing for now is good, and it's all you want to do, or if you have other plans, or you know, just you get really interested in this stuff. Yeah, you get in the industry they call it GAS, gear acquirement syndrome, which is, you know, you want to test by test by test until you really dial in, you know, your sound, your video quality and such. So I'm very guilty of that. The Rode mic's not going away anytime soon. I like it a lot. If I want to just run into the house and do a voiceover, I think that's what I'm going to use. Really like the quality and convenience. I mean, absolute convenience to be able to plug this thing into your USB port, be in your editing software, and do a voiceover. That's really, you know, something that you know, you'll appreciate as you do this stuff. The Zoom mic, well, you know, that's going to go with me everywhere I go. Literally, I'm going to carry that with the camera that's in the truck, because a lot of times I'm just on the road and I see something that I really like. I could be near a stream, and you know, it's say a babbling brook, and I can go take this microphone down to the brook and get a sample, a sound sample, and record it and have it forever, you know. So another thing about it is sound sampling. But my style's outside and your style may be inside, so that doesn't matter. You know, it's not something that you're going to do. So again, you've heard the quality of both mics, you decide. Hey, if you like this video, here comes the pitch. Please, you know, let me know. Just hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, don't, you know, I mean, give me the thumbs down button. It's all good quality feedback. I'd like you to subscribe, you know, so I can keep going with this channel. It's a fun project that I'm enjoying, and this tended to be a long video, and so a lot of people probably click through to the end, but here we go. Please subscribe, like, and comment. You know, good comments, bad comments, to me, they're all something that, you know, bounce off of me and I can learn from. So, okay guys, have a good day. That's the end of the vid.